Welcome back to Ugly Truck. Last time I said it's not ugly and it's not a truck, and this time that's exactly what it is.
All right, today we've got another new truck here, so we gotta do some work to it to get it off the trailer. We owned this truck years ago, about 5 years ago on the 4th of July, which was yesterday. We got this thing running. It sat in a field from 1985 until the day that we got it going, which I can't do the math, but it was quite a while.
It was a few years.
And, we woke up that morning and it was like, hey, let's get that GMC started. And it took us about maybe 45 minutes, and we had this thing running really good, really, for sitting as long as it did. It has a really cool big block 305 V6 in it. And a lot of people have never even seen them. So when we get it down off the trailer, we're going to try to get it started, and we'll show you under the hood here in just a second. We sold this thing, and we had seller's remorse. Told the guy if he ever loses interest in it, let us know, and we would gladly take it back. And so it's here today. It's missing the wheel. The front bearing on it froze up, and the bearing race has welded itself to the spindle. So we got to fix that and get a wheel back on this thing and get this thing off the trailer. Hopefully we'll get it down on the ground, and we will take it for a drive. That's the plan. You can tell the truck's in pristine condition.
Yes.
Right? This is a cool truck, though.
It really is.
There's nothing cooler than an old GMC, I think.
No, it's pretty sweet. My one of my favorite parts of this truck, when we bought it, the guy was telling us about it, and I said, "Oh, is it a step side?" And he said, "No, but it has steps."
Yeah. See, so these have been around for a long time. You don't need to go buy a 2022 Chevy pickup for $50,000. You could buy this brand new for $2,000 in 1960, and there you go.
Yeah.
It already had steps.
Yeah.
So they think that they thought of that recently, but that's not true. So.
Is there a handle that flips down on the corner though? I need something to hold on to.
Oh, we can put a stick or something up
there. There we go.
But,
broom handle.
So Emily is great at doing bearing races, so she is going to do that. You're going to put a new bearing race on this side. We're just going to do one bearing race in it, because we are just making these drum brakes work temporarily, because we're not going to spend a fortune on some front drum brakes. And then I will come out here and work on doing the spindle. So let's get going on this thing and get it off the trailer.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Want me to carry this for you?
Oh, sure.
Sure. Good.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, man. Right here?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Have you ever had a shirt that didn't have a hole in it?
No.
Cool. I like it.
Alright.
So there's some old bearing material in there?
Yeah, there's some little pieces.
Yep. She gets mad when I do this. When she's gone, I do some of the work. She thinks it's elves.
Oh, what were you saying?
No.
What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Right.
Right. Glad to see you're wearing gloves today.
Yeah. Everybody can calm down about the gloves. Sometimes sometimes I wear gloves and sometimes I don't.
These gloves are better when it's 100 degrees in the shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Nice and wet on the inside.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Alright, so at this point I've got my grease cleaned out, my old bearing pieces pulled out of there, and I've wiped the race out as dry as I can get it here with a rag. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a tack with the welder just every so often here, and what that's going to do as that heats up and then shrinks down, it's actually going to contract that race just enough for me to be able to tap it out. But I don't want to mess up my inner bearing in there, so I'm going to take a wet rag and shove down in there just to kind of protect that a little bit.
Yeah, you would normally take the other bearing out, but
Yeah.
we're just trying to get this thing off the trailer.
Yeah, like you said, we're not going to go back with
No.
drum brakes on the front of this thing, so this is just to get it rolling.
Yep. And that way we can drive it too unsafely.
Yeah. Alright.
See, I'm doing it again.
Huh?
Nothing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Drying it a little better. Well, better. I would do it on 3, yeah. 3 with the speed right about there. Probably good. Give her some argon. You could use the one with the skulls on it if you wanted.
Wow.
This one, you won't have to like do a whole big line on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of do them down in the cup, and this thing will come out if you do like 3 or 4 of them probably.
Okay. So. Okay. So while we're waiting for this thing to cool down a little bit, you can see my little tack welds, and so that heats up, and then as it cools, it contracts the metal, and should be a little easier to get it out of there. I'll just tap it through from the other side.
I had a really great boss, the first job I ever had, and this was one of the first things that he taught me. And if you have a welder, wire welder like this, and you have to remove a bearing race, this makes it really easy. Some of them come out by hand after you cool them off, but it'll tap out of there very smoothly.
Yes. So I don't know if you can see down in there. This one has a pretty good lip on the inside, so I'm just going to take a punch or a chisel or whatever and give it a little tap.
There you go.
Oh, there it went. Yay. All right. So
Cool.
there you go.
So not too bad.
Not too bad.
That way, hammering them out, it takes less effort to hammer them out, so you'll hopefully do a little less damage to that.
Yeah.
Cleaning stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a person could have a job and didn't have to clean anything when you worked on cars,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Like if you didn't have to clean gasket material, clean wheel bearing grease off stuff, transmission fluid when it splatters on you, or brake fluid.
Yeah. Oh, brake fluid's the worst.
Or what? Can I wash this one for you?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
All Alright, so when you go to put the new race in, brass is softer than what that race is, so you can lay that across there, give it a good little tap, get it down in there.
Go easily that one in there.
I know. I was like, it's too good to be true. And then I'm going to take the old race, since it's the same size, and I'm going to set that on top. And that sounds like it's down all the way. Okay. There we go. So, looks good.
Sweet. Good job.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Ooh, let's have lunch.
Ooh, lunch sounds great.
Yeah. Lunch is always better.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I can make jacks lighter.
I don't know.
Starting to look a little better.
Yeah, it's like a truck now. Looks less abandoned.
I'm just gonna put this one underneath there just as an extra little safety measure.
Probably a good idea. You know, a lot of people say these old trucks are bad for the environment, but this one's growing its own ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, why would that be bad? It's
Look at that. That's nature.
Something's not right.
It needs to go down there.
Bam.
Is it supposed to be hitting this adjuster like that?
Yeah, that's how they work. These did not self-adjust, so the spring just sits against them. You'd have to move them like that. So, alright, so how are we going to get this off here? I'm going to smack it with a hammer and see if the rest of it breaks off, and then we'll see.
See what's left?
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, the interior is in pretty good shape. 460. Oh.
Oh yeah, there it goes. It'll come off. Great. That's perfect.
Yeah. Doink.
Cool. Okay. So that's messed up. We could either grind it or we could force it out. What do you opt for?
Well, we've already got the hammer. So we're halfway to forcing it on.
Okay.
What? What do you want? Huh? What do you want? You very helpful? Yes. So helpful. Yes.
Oh, give that bearing some grease. Grease that up.
Sure using enough grease there? We get this baby out on the highway. I hope those bearings are greased up. What do you think top speed is in a 1960 GMC 305 big block V6 4-speed?
50.
You think it'll hit 50?
Yeah. We're soon to find out. Oh. So, that's not too bad.
Need another washer.
Huh?
We need another washer.
The washer is missing. Okay. Whew. Does that look perfect?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you think, Juice? Is it good? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, we're not taking it out on the road. We're just getting it off the trailer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And burnouts in the field.
Well, yeah.
Perfect. Oh, it's tall enough.
No. Let the air out of the tire.
Oh, we'll just
Okay. That'll do it.
good?
Yep.
Even using the torque stick.
Whoa.
So, you come to help? Oh, you come to help? Yeah. Good. You got some help.
Turn the right some more. There you go. almost lost the bumper. There you go. Yay! So there you go.
Look at that beast. Battery charge up a little bit.
Snack for later.
Is this as nice as you remember?
It is. My favorite part is the bumper. But my other favorite part is that the truck looks like this and the doors fit like this.
What, you don't think they fit good?
No, they actually shut nice.
Every truck that we sell does come with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you can tell we were here before.
So it's still good. It wasn't used, so that's a good sign. This is the key.
Yes.
Key tag, 1960 GMC.
It's a cobalt key.
Yep, cobalt. This is right before they started using the keys with the chip in them.
Oh,
the
yeah.
security system.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that wasn't all that bad for getting a wheel back on it, getting it off the trailer. The 305 big block V6. I think they're really cool. I'd never seen one before until we bought this truck. It has the spark plugs go down on the inside of the engine, intake side on it, which is kind of weird. I guess these engines had a lot of torque, and they were built, basically as a truck, of course, so they put out a lot of torque. Okay, they even made this thing in a V12 version, which I would love to have.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, but I've never seen one. But they do have a V12 version of this, and I would love one. But I think this truck, I think it's interesting. It has a dual hydraulic master cylinder on it. One of those is for the brakes, and the other is for the hydraulic clutch. It has a 4-speed standard transmission in it, and the first gear is a granny low. The guy who had this thing that we got it from, he parked it because that clutch master cylinder went out in it, and he didn't have a clutch, so he got tired of starting it in gear. And when we got it going, that's how we did it too. And the transmission in it is so smooth, really, that you can drive this without a clutch if you time the accelerator just right on it. Oh, the other thing that's cool about this truck, torsion bar front suspension.
Yeah.
Okay. So for a 1960, it's got torsion bar front suspension, a hydraulic clutch, a really weird big block V6 in it, and a giant radiator. I love the radiator in it also.
Yeah.
And and it's really just a mean looking truck. So the only thing that's been done to it since we last saw it is they put a fuel pump in it. Other than that, it looks exactly the way it left us. Maybe a little cleaner.
Maybe.
So well, let's fire it up and we'll take it for a drive if we can.
Make sure the wheel doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll relive 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
So it has a terrible carburetor on it. That's its biggest downfall, the thing that I hated when I was working with it. And I think we're going to try to modify some of that stuff on it, like the ignition and the carburation and all that.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can't get this thing running even better than it did back in 1960. So
Sweet.
it shouldn't be that hard. I guess you can put an HEI ignition in them and everything. So if you are a 305 expert out there and you know a bunch about them, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you want to crank it over? Or
Sure.
you want me to crank it over?
I'll crank it.
Okay, go ahead. Sure, go for it. and walk next to it.
Yeah.
Throw a bail in and just keep walking with the truck. Because that's literally walking speed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's pulling me up a pretty good hill.
Yeah.
So you do have to steer it though. If they can figure out a way to maybe you take a belt or something and hold the steering wheel,
yeah, like
whatever straight you want.
Bungee cord,
Yeah.
something.
Pretty impressive though.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, see how she does on the road.
Oh,
You said you wanted to see how fast it could go.
I was kidding.
That little dead spot. What?
Good. What do you think?
Success.
Set it off. There you go. And we should have pointed out also that it does have the key, but it is a push button start.
That's another thing. It's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And that's original.
Sweet. What do you think, Ripley? You like it? Huh?
Glad to have her back.
Oh, she's excited. Come on, Ding Dong.
I thought we were going to town.
So there you go. The 60 is back. We're glad to have it back in the ugly truck collection where it obviously belongs. This truck has a ton of character. It needs a ton of things. We want to do some upgrades to the ignition system and maybe the carburetor and make this thing run really, really good. That 305 V6 is so cool. So I hope you guys stick around for that. There'll be plenty of videos coming up on this and tons more. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and we will catch you guys next time.